Kids, we're still on the weird questions, and we're doing pages 16 through 20 of the weird stuff. Okay. So anytime you get a problem like this, notice it's problem 37, so that's a 4-point question. The difficult question, there's lots of work to do here. So one of the things you're going to have to remember is this division turns into a multiplication problem by slipping this. So I'm going to do that right away. This goes to the bottom, and we take out the GCF, which is a 3. X plus 2. This one's pretty simple. It factors to 56, and if you remember your math facts, you'll remember that 7 times 8 is 56. So we're going to do plus 8 and a minus 7, because those multiply to negative 56 and to add up to positive 1. This factoring is pretty easy. That's just x plus 7, difference of perfect squares, x minus 7. And this one's not too bad. Actually, this is actually a relatively simple 4-point question. X plus 2, x plus 7, multiply to 14, and to add up to 9. Change the colors. This x plus 7 cancels with this x plus 7. This x plus 2 cancels with this x plus 2. This x minus 7 cancels with this x minus 7. So my final answer is x plus 8 over 3. Okay, moving on. So it shows cumulative frequency. Now, cumulative frequency are the ones that accumulate. They add up. So each column isn't bigger than the next one. Really, each column is adding more from the next one. So, for example, if we take a look at this last column, the scores down in this area are from 41 to 90. It's basically all of these over here, and then these ones are from 91 to 100. The scores here are from 41 to 80, and these are the scores from 81 to 90. Again, these are the scores from 41 to 70, and these are the scores from 71 to 80. These are the scores down here from 41 to 60. These are the scores from 61 to 70. And finally, these are the scores from 41 to 50, and these are the scores from 51 to 60. And these are just the scores from 51 to 50. So if I think about that, this is, let's see, each line is 2, 2, 4, 6. This is 6. This is 6. It is, so this is 6, and this is 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. This is 8. 2, 4 and a half, that's 5. And then this is 1 and a half, so that's 3, and this is just 1 is 2. So let's go answer the question. Determine the total number of students in the class. Well, the total number of students is this number right here, because this accumulates, it adds up, so there's 30 students in the class. I'm not sure I was at. I just got somebody just stopped by, so there's 30 students in the class, so 30 students in the class. We determine how many students scored higher than 70. So these are all the scores up through 70, and there were a total of 10 kids, 5 here and these 5. So there's a total of 10 kids that scored from 41 to 70. So if there's 30 in the class, that means there's 20 kids that scored higher than 70. This must be a 4-point question. Yep, 38 is a 4-point question. All right, and then which 10-point interval contains a median? Okay, so if we have 30 numbers, and they divide by 2, that gives you 2 even groups of 15, correct? So that means there's going to be 2 numbers in the middle. So the median would be the average of another 15.5. So I'm going to guess we're looking for the 15th or 16th numbers. Now it says which 10-point interval. So I can't use these intervals on the bottom because these are bigger than 10 points. I can't use one of these. I have to use these ones up here. But I have to find the 15th number. So this is 5, this is 10. And this one, in this interval right here, these are the first 10. So from here to here is 10. And then the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th numbers are in here. So 15 and 16 are in here. So the interval is the 71 to 80. That's the 10-point interval that you'd be looking for. So the answer to this question is 71 to 80. And which two 10-point intervals will contain the same frequency? Oh, so now we got to look at this. These have 6 and these have 6. So here's the two, 81 to 90 and 91 to 100. 81 to 90 and 91 to 100. Okay, on the next page. Complement the ones that are not in the set. So even integers 2 to 20. Let me list those up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Inclusive means it includes them. So we've got 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So the ones that are missing are 2 through 8 and 20. There it is right there. And inclusive means you include. So the answer is 4. Cody, you're doing weird questions, right? This is multiple choice. The area of this middle part's pretty easy. It's just 25 times 15. And take your calculator and multiply 25 times 15. It should be pretty simple math to get 375. Wait a second. See, this is where I got to be careful. I was thinking this is an area question, and I don't know if all of a sudden read the answers and there's no 375 in there, and I'm like, wait a second, maybe I should reread this question. Let me highlight. Which assessment is about the fencing? Now, around the fencing, you can completely enclose the playground. They're not talking about how much area is on the inside. They're talking about this length of all of this stuff. So that's a half a circle, and that's a half a circle. Wait a second. I put those two half of the circles together. Don't they make a full circle? And then I don't need fencing here, but I do need fencing here and here. So I need this 25 and this 25. So that's 50 plus something. So it's not these. The 88s and 15s here. That's not. So it's going to be one of those. Now I just got to find the area of this actual circle. Well, the area of the circle. I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't want to find the area of the circle. I want to find the circumference of the circle. And if you remember, circumference is equal to diameter times pi. The diameter is 15. So my circumference is 15 pi. I know half of it will be here and half of it will be here, but it'll still be 15 pi. So we are looking for 15 pi. Moving on. Ages of 3 brothers are consecutive even integers. So the ages of 3 brothers, so x plus 2, x plus 4. These are consecutive even integers. It says 3, this is with the young, middle, and oldest child. It says 3 times the age of the youngest. This is a part 1 question. This is a hard time. 3 times the age of the youngest exceeds the older brother's age by 48 years. So this is what they're saying is equal to the older brother's age by, and then add 48. So I'm going to take the older brother, we're going to add x plus 4 and add 48. So if I subtract, I get 2x equals, I subtract this x. And then this adds up to 52. So x is equal to 27. Oops. It's around 6. Half of 52 is 26, not 27. So 26, 28, 28. Am I right over here? Somehow I can't write them. Oh, not again. What do I do? Alright, I'm going to end up writing in the corners over here because I'm not going to redo this one. So it was 26, 28, and 30, and the question says, what is the age of the youngest brother? The youngest brother is 26, so that would be Chase 4. Can I go? So right here, I can delete that. Well, I can't finish this one, so hopefully there's not much going on here. Oh, there's a percent about a dresser for $500. the value of the dresser increases 6% annually. What will be the value of 3 years? So, can't write on here. So we're going to take the starting amount, which is $500, and we're going to multiply it by 1 plus 0.06. That's 6%, right? Sorry, I keep getting these emails. And we're going to do it 3 years. So $500 is the initial amount. It's increasing, so we're going to add 6%. And for 3 years. So we'll just type in the calculator, 500. Let's see, 1 plus 0.06 raised to 30, and it gives you 595.508. So that's choice 3. Sorry, I can't write over there. I don't know what happened. All right, here we go. Joe's larger tank is completely filled with water. He takes the water from it to completely fill the smaller tank. Determine how many cubic inches of water will remain in the large. Wait. Joe's larger tank is completely full with water. So let's take the volume. We're talking about volume. So let's take the volume. It's equal length times width times height. So that's equal to 30 times 12 times 16. 30 times 12 times 16 equals 5,760. He takes water from it to completely fill the small tank. So, we've got to find the volume of the small tank. Length times height. 6 times 12 times 9. It's 648. So determine how many cubic inches of water will remain in the larger tank. Well, this is only question 32, so it shouldn't be too hard. We're just going to subtract. So minus. So you get 5,112. Moving on, kiddies. Find algebraically the equation of the axis of symmetry in accordance to the vertex of parabola. So, axis of symmetry, x equals negative b over 2a, which is equal to negative 8 over 2 times negative 2. So this is equal to 8 over negative 4, which is equal to negative 2. Now, to get the vertex, we're going to have to take that and sub that back in. So I get y equals negative 2 times negative 2 squared minus 8 times negative 2 plus 3, which is equal to, this is positive 4 times negative 2, which would be negative 8 plus 16 plus 3. You could have just typed this in your calculator, and this is equal to 11. So my vertex, and you got to label this, and you got to tell the coach, the reader, or the grader that you know what you're talking about. My vertex is negative 2, 11. Now, I would certainly check my work. Negative 2x squared minus 8x. I'm going to go to graphic mode. And it's negative 2x squared minus 8x plus 3. Here's how I'm going to graph that. I know it's an upside down parabola. And to find the vertex, we'll go to menu, and we'll go to trace, and we'll go to graph trace. And you see the blinking arrow, you got to use it left and right. There's maximum, negative 2, 11. There it is right there. Alright, let's go on. Moving on, we're almost done here. At the end of 1, so my end of, I forgot the axis of symmetry. X equals negative 2. So those are the two parts of the answers. Alright, at the end of At the end of 1 week, stock increase in value from 575 to 750. Find to the nearest tenth of a percent the increase in the week. Find the percent of increase. So percent increase is, let's see a problem like this. Percent increase is defined as change over original. And then of course we got to multiply by 100 to actually get the percentage. So to figure out the change, we'll just subtract, so 750 minus 575, that's almost $2. I would say that's $1.75. Make sure you check things on your calculator, those of you that actually do things in your head, just to make sure. I like that the kids do things in their head, but I also want you to check it. And so the original price was $5.75. So the percent increase is equal to $1.75 divided by 575 times 100. 5.75, enter, so which is equal to 0.304347 times 100. It's set to the nearest tenth. So multiplying this by 100, we'll move the decimal place here. So this is equal to 30.4%. All right, page 19. Which runner has the fastest rate? So, in order to figure out your rate, you just have to divide. So we'll take Greg is equal to 11 divided by 2. Distance divided by the time it takes him. So he was going 5.5 hours per minute. Excuse me, mile. I don't know why I wrote it like that. Miles per hour. And Dave is 16 divided by 3, so this is 5.3 repeating miles per hour. And so Greg is faster than Dave. This is justify your answer. Well, the justification is right here. This is your math. You couldn't just say Dave's faster or Greg's faster. You actually have to do a little bit of math. That's why it's called math class. Notice 37. Here we go. We're on a 4-point question. Of course, it's division, which turns to multiplication. That means this one flips. So I'm going to do this one first. X plus 3, X minus 3. This one has a GCF. I can take out an X, and I'm left with X minus 3. This one I can't do anything with. It's just 6X squared. And then there's this one. Notice they're all even. So I can take out a 2, and I'm left with X squared minus 4X minus 21. But then that can be factored, so I'll just factor this. X minus 7 and plus 3. You have to add up to negative 4 and multiply to negative 21. Alright, changing times. X minus 3, X minus 3, X plus 3, X plus 3. And this X cancels with one of those X's. This 2 goes in here 3 times. So all is said and done. In the numerator, I have an X minus 7. And in the denominator, I have 3. X. So you see this following, this means we have to factor. So it's a part 1 question, the same kind of thing, we just have to factor. So the denominator, I can take out an X, and I'm left with X plus 3. It's basically the same thing as I had up here almost, except for it's plus or minus. In the numerator, I have X minus 5, X plus 3. So, change times, these cancel, and I'm left with this, X minus 5 over X. And again, stow a number in for X. You're checking on this one too. Stow a number in for X. If you go back up here and you stow a number in for X and type this in, and stow the same number in for X and check this in, you should get the same answer. Same thing here. Stow a number in for X here, check this, and they should give you the same answer. All right. The additive inverse of 5 is negative. The additive inverse, that's the additive inverse of negative 8 is positive 8 because they add up to 0. So I need to put something with this that can add up to 0. Or in other words, I need to get rid of A. Well, the only way to get rid of A is to have a minus A. The only way to get rid of a negative B is to have a positive B. And that is your additive inverse. Negative A plus B. All right, here we go with one of these tricky questions again. Don't fall for it. 11's in it. This one does not have an equal to 11, so that one can't be there. This one does not have an equal to 11, so that one can't be. This one says greater than or equal to 10, but we don't have a 10 in there, so that one can't be. And this one says greater than 10, 11 is greater than 10, and less than or equal to 12, so there's your answer. Be careful with those. Just because they have an 11 and 12 in it doesn't mean that you gotta pick those as the answers. Almost finished. Factor completely. Question 32. There's got to be 2 parts to this. This can't be that easy. We're going to take out a 4x, and we're left with x squared minus 9. We're not done. This is factored completely, so that's x plus 3. X minus 3. There is your answer. Notice no equal sign, so no solving. No solving, just factor. So at first glance, boy, this problem looks so hard. 34, it's worth 3 points. So the circumference is 16 pi. So circumference is equal to diameter times pi. So circumference is equal to 16 times pi, which of course just means for all of us that the diameter must be 16. So I know this is 16. The length of BC is 3/4 of AD. So BC is equal to 3/4 of AD. Well, I know that AD is 16, so I substitute 3/4 of that, that's 12. So this is 12. So it's the length of AD and CE. Oh, and CE is 4 inches, so this is 4 inches. Calculate the area in square inches. Now, the area of the trapezoid is actually on your formula sheet, and that's 1/2 the height, base 1 plus base 2. So I do 1/2 the 4, and then 16 plus 12. So that's 2 times 28, or the area is equal to 56. Alright, moving on. Last question of this page. A bank advertising. Alright, so the reason I gave you this one, I know we've done a few of these, this is 3.25%. Let's talk about that. 3 3/4%. I gave that one this year, and our kids just really messed it up. And you should know that 3/4 is really 0.75, so this is 3.75. And if we ignore this part here, and we just deal with the 3%, isn't it 0.03? Anybody disagree with me, you're wrong. It is. So now let's get rid of that, and let's go back to the original problem, which had this 0.75 in it. Let's put 0.75 again. So 3% would be just these two, and then 3.75% would be these. So now it's a simple problem. Once you've done that, you take the 5,000, multiply by 1 rate of investing, compounded annually, which means you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, so it's increasing, it's not decreasing, so 0.0, so you're going to add 0.0375, and we're going to do it for 3 years. So we'll take this in our calculator, 5,000. Let's see, 1 plus 0.0375. It's the third time. I get, my total is, what is this income? And balance to be $5,583.857422. So final balance would be $5,583.86. So just need a cent. Alright, kitty, that was done.